What's up? What's up? Hey man, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Hey, it's a beautiful day. You hear me? Let me invite my nephew in right quick. Yeah, Mr. Washington. You know what I mean? Cause these brothers hey. Who I'm talking to tonight, man, I'm so proud of both of these black men. You hear me? I'm proud of these black men, especially my nephew. Like, I'm talking about especially my nephew, man. I'm proud of this dude. And then with Mr. Washington, oh man, I'm talking about legendary. First black independent bank in Little Rock. You know what I mean? He did it. You feel me? Let me get my nephew them back up on here. But yeah, man, like it's been a wonderful day. The football game's been good. You know what I mean? We the ate good. You feel me? Nephew didn't hit that deal. You feel me? Man, I'm talking about, man, what a day. I'm talking about what a day. Let me get this right.
We can hear you. And I'm gonna come back over here and play some shit on your truck to y'all later.
Hey, I'm talking about, man. That's why I be telling people, man, it ain't never over. It ain't never over. All you gotta do is keep pushing and believe in. All you gotta do is believe in yourself. You feel me? If you believe in yourself, anything is possible, long as you put your mind to it. But you gotta be dedicated. These two brothers were dedicated. You know what I mean? I witnessed it. You feel me? Like in the flesh. You feel me? Like Mr. Washington changed my whole life. What up, nephew?
What's poppin'?
Hey man, what's good? What's up, man? Huh?
Good.
I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do something, man.
I'm proud of you, though, bro. You just don't know, nephew. Like, man, you worked hard. You stayed focused. There go my other nephew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My son back there with you. That's a financial advisor, I hope.
Yeah.
My son with you.
Yeah.
You feel me? And, bro, like, I'm interviewing you first. Uncle Corey. You a celebrity, nigga.
Yeah.
I made a song with a celebrity, nigga. I ain't even famous.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. You know how I feel? I feel like you. And I ain't even getting the paper.
Man,
but, bro, I'm proud of you. And, like, but I planted the seed, you made that bitch grow.
Yeah.
And you planted, I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do, man. We take the game, y'all give us, man. You're not like for the
How you feel on the inside?
Man, honestly, I got like, it's like bittersweet because, you know what I'm saying? It's bittersweet because I miss my daddy. You know what I'm saying? I wish my daddy could see this shit. My baby mama, you know what I'm saying? I wish my baby mama could really be here. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm happy because we did it. We came from nothing. You know where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Come from nothing. So we did it. So I'm happy. But at the same time, I just wish. At the same time, I just wish. You know what I'm saying? The people that I love for real, be here and see it. You know what I'm saying? I know they can see it where they at, but still like I want to hug them, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to hug my baby mama. I want to hug my pops, man. You feel me? Hey, and on top of that, look, see dude right here, $1. Okay, now you know how long I've been rapping, but seriously, it took dude right there. It took a dude right there about four DJs to make motherfuckers start listening to me on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the game from y'all. You know what I'm saying? I used it for a little while, and then after a while, it just seemed like the shit was slowing up, man. This shit came about 2 or 3 beats with me, man, and that shit just went crazy, bro. We ain't stopped since, bro.
Yeah, but boy, hey,
bro, like I've been crying all morning, bro. Like
you should be. You should be.
You know what I'm saying? I know they probably calling me an emotional man, bro. I don't care what they come with nothing. Man, my whole family moved in your house. You had a 2-bedroom apartment in the project. Come on, man, I was sleeping on your clothes.
But look at, hey. But look at you now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we made it, bro. That shit crazy.
Hey, you deserve it, nephew. You been through a whole lot.
Yeah,
hey,
bro, been through a lot.
There's an echo.
I wonder what that is. Hold on, I got a little echo. Hold on, nephew.
Nah, this somebody. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's way
Hey, what's your next move?
Okay, so off the back this week, I'm gonna do an album with Eastside B. I'm gonna go do an album with him. I'm actually doing two. You know what I'm saying? But we can get that done like ASAP. And then we're gonna shoot all the videos this week and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? After that, that's gonna be my project. That's gonna be my project. When I drop that, that's when Lil Rock gonna really sound like the piece. That's more about me. Because I ain't gonna be able to put none of my niggas on the album and shit like that. But when I do my album,
did he make sure he had YouTube closed out?
That's what we're gonna do.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Close your YouTube out.
Close my YouTube out?
Yeah, that phone, I think the phone, close YouTube out. You don't stream it.
And leave up the stream yard.
And leave up the stream yard. And leave up the stream yard. What's up, son?
What's going on, Pops?
You in Dreamland?
I should have won my Pit Cat.
Hey, you in Dreamland too?
I'm trying to help this man out.
You in Dreamland too?
Huh?
You in Dreamland too?
Man, I've been saying I'm this man for a long life.
So let me tell you something. You can rap too.
Yeah.
You hard, bro.
Yes,
Hey, nephew, I'm proud of you, man. And I'm trying. I can't wait to hear you on the radio.
Man, look, we already on the radio, right now.
What you gonna stay? You gonna stay in Arkansas?
Am I gonna stay in Arkansas? Hell no. When I call you, you just know you ain't staying in Arkansas either.
Hey,
We go, man. Look,
hey,
just let me go.
I'm riding the boat. I'm riding the boat.
Come on now.
But you know me and Low G enforcers, don't you know that, don't you?
Come on now.
All right. Okay. Hey, you about to make me gas my motherfucking car up and come up in that studio, but you know what? That's your age bracket.
Yeah.
My seed planted. Nephew, let me tell you something. I just want you to be careful.
I got you.
Listen. Look at me. Give me your word. Like I know you do your thing. I know you do your thing. But your habits consume your thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you not to enjoy the moment. Enjoy every minute of it.
Yes, sir.
I don't give a damn what you do. Watch who around you. Watch how them finances being spent. And bro, keep that faith like your mama gave you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And shine till you can't shine no more.
I got you.
You hear me?
You see we stand.
Man, I'm so proud of you, man. Like I got butterflies in my stomach and I don't even rap.
They don't even know you bought me my first thing.
They don't know. But look, nephew, I told you a long time ago. I told you.
Yeah.
Keep pushing. I said, you next. And man, look, I ain't been wrong yet, nephew. This shit finna come so fast, man, you gonna be like, damn, I ain't know I was this great.
Man, look, I'm ready for it.
I know you is. You a gorilla.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah. Just wait till it all fall in place, man. Y'all boys, man, the game laid out for y'all. I'm talking about y'all sing, y'all right, y'all not stupid, y'all ain't drug addicts. You feel me? Y'all college kids. You feel me?
Yeah.
Man, y'all, hey, keep pushing that through and don't let nothing stop you from taking care of Kane.
For sure. That's what I do. But you know,
Keep that momentum.
Play like that.
Nigga, God gonna bless you 10 times fold. You feel me?
You know, every nigga not family take care of their kids.
You know it. That's why we rap that fatherhood mafia, man. I gotta get you some of them sweaters and shit when you be on the road. I know it. I know it. It's on. It's on. Hey.
And the sweater you made for me. Hey, look, y'all. This purple sweater everybody been talking about. My uncle made this. He made this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me. I watched it 3 times.
Hey, nephew, you done open the doors for so many people they just don't know. All they gotta do is don't start that hate shit, cause I'ma tell you, it's family over everything with us.
Come on now. They know that though, like.
So
They don't hate you.
I know it, but I'm saying I don't want nobody to get hurt. I don't want nobody to get hurt.
Yeah.
But nephew, hey, enjoy what's finna come, babe. And I just wanted to be the first one to talk to you. You feel me? Like you done it. Hey, drop me some. Let me hear that. The airplane song. G5. Let me hear it. Let me hear that. That's platinum. Let me hear it. Hey man, I started this man rapping, bro. Like he a fucking artist now. You feel me?
Yeah.
He an artist.
Come on now.
Certified.
This was reading.
Hey, he can play the piano, he can play the guitar, he can sing, he can rap. Only thing that big nigga don't do is dance. He
Dollar got all the moves. He got all the moves.
Hey, he got a bunch of true friends around him, you know what I mean? Hey man, don't get no better than that.
It really don't, man.
It don't get no better than that. All them cats that's around you, they been around them.
Hell yeah. And that's what I'm putting on. So they ain't got to worry about it.
That's my oldest son back there in the back.
Come on now.
Hey man, I'm so proud of dude. Yeah. Hey, how D Black do that, man? Hey.
crying all night. We are resting on well. Never be in trouble. I'm not in clown. I don't got no red nose. I ain't turn around. Though I got the foot of the ground. I'm a king already. Got around. My whole team is got me down. You want to run your head down. No matter where I'm standing, I'm standing down.
Nephew, hey, you famous, man. Hey, nephew, famous, man. My hat's off to you, nephew. Hey, man, you about to make me cry, man, for real, bro. Like, hey, man. Hey, man.
I promised myself I was going to do this shit for the rest
Oh,
of
man.
You was already sick when Uncle Eric got sick, and it was like both of y'all was down. I promised myself. We all was in Cali, nigga, by the time y'all came back, I had already had it in my mind.
That's crazy, man.
I knew the whole Liberty album before I knew my ABC stuff.
Bro.
You don't even know. Tyler remember the album. He talking about Black Liberty. Nigga, come on, bro.
That what it was?
I just the whole song right now.
Yeah. Hey, man. Nephew, enjoy your night, man. I ain't gonna hold you up, man, but I had to talk to you, dog.
It's good. I love you. I'm finna get high, man.
Hey, do your thing. Do your thing. All right. Let me get Mr. Washington up here, man. I'm gonna get Mr. Washington right quick. All right, let's talk to the banker, man. Let's talk to the man about the money. Let's talk to the man about the money. Hey, nephew got that 6-figure deal, man. Like, for real. Hey, Mr. Washington, you see where it say the Slater show right there in the link? Hit that link. Hey, nephew got that. He got that deal with CTG/Empire. You know what I mean? Like, man, that's major for my family, man. Like, that's major, like, for real. That nigga a millionaire, man. You feel me? Like, and then check this out. Like, when I wanted to be a rapper, like, I wanted to be a rapper back in the days. When I was in my 20s and shit. Fucking with the streets and shit. I wanted to be a rapper. Hey, here go the legend. Hey, this man right here is the reason why I cut hair. Let me introduce this man right here. This is the one and only, the GOAT, the man, Mr. Arlo Washington. Hold on, that's my shit.
The man, Mr. Arlo Washington.
Hey, close your YouTube, coach. Hey, how you been, man? You been all right? Hey, let me give you some good news first. You remember your former student, D Black?
Yeah.
He just got that deal, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, check this out, man. Let's get into it. Where you want to start? Give me your background history, like in barbering first.
Okay. Well, Washington. Started barbering in the late 90s. Here at the house, that's all I do. So and I didn't really have a great type of stuff. I started my first company, 17 and that shop really good. And I started breaking down how I it's not everything. I was possible today's time. But that shop is starting out of shop. Had couple they want to they're all I did so barber shop and inspired us to I opened up watched and my heart is in the community. And also big
Hey, Coach, turn your volume up a little bit.
Okay. How's that? Better?
Yeah.
I'm a big. So it sounds a whole lot of very exciting, but it's a hard, especially don't have resources, have education.
They can't hear you.
Okay.
Can y'all hear him now? Baby, can you hear Coach? Still the same. Hey, close out and come back in. I'm gonna drop the link. Close out and come back in. How do my sound? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, okay, I know what it is. I see what he did. Alright, can you hear me now? You can hear me better now. Y'all can hear me better now, right? Alright. Okay, coach, that was my shit. My son been back here playing with this damn. That's why I be trying to keep them off this damn computer, man. Cause I don't be liking to come back here and fix shit. But they be bigging the shit out of me. There you go, coach. There you go, coach. That was me. Come on back. Talk about this money, man. Cause I'm trying to invest with the people's trust. Come on back, coach. Huh? Yeah, but man, yeah. You can come on back, Mr. Washington. Hit that link. Give me a message from them. That was me. But yeah, man, that's the one told me. He was like, man, open up a barber shop. You know what I mean? He said, man, you got a lot of people coming up here. You know what I mean? Requesting for get their haircut by you, right? So I was like, shit, man, you know what I mean? I really wasn't trying to do that, but shit, he was like, bro, I'm telling you. There you go.
Okay.
I got it
All
now.
right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, my boys was, you ain't have to go to the car. My boy was messing with my computer back here, man. They took it out.
Well, I need to get to a space where we wouldn't have no more interruptions
Oh, okay,
and then
okay. Yeah.
yeah. How's that? I mean, can they hear me?
Oh, yeah, they can hear you now. They can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Cool. So yeah, I'll start over. Again, my name is Arlo Washington. I'm the founder and president of Washington Barber College and People Trust. And just give you a little background on who I am. I grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas, born and raised in the A State. Um, I went to Hall, graduated from Hall High School, and I went to UAPB 1 year and found out a 4 year institution wasn't for me. So I got out and went to barber school. And when I got in barber school, I found that that was a career choice that I really could express my talent and express myself in. And then it was also onboarding for entrepreneurship. And so I began cutting hair at the age of 19, and in 2 years after I had my barber license, I opened my first barber shop because I always think like community minded and want to employ others. And so in 2020 in 2002, I opened my first barber shop. That I started that shop with one chair, and I opened it with $1,750. And like I said, I always give a breakdown to my students and tell them exactly how we allocated that $1,750 to do a whole barbershop. But we did it, and so that shop grew to 9 chairs in a year, and then a year later we started another barbershop on Colonel Glenn, and that shop had 11 chairs. From there we went to North Little Rock, 18th and Main Street, and that barbershop had 10 chairs. Worked there, working all three of them at one point in time with about 27 operators in all three locations. Left there, left there, went to downtown Little Rock on Clinton Boulevard and did Arlo Style and Studio, where we built a 4 foot stage inside the barbershop so that the customers get a view to look out of while they're getting a haircut. And from there, and down there, we would cut Joe Johnson's, Derek Fisher's. We cut all of the Little Rock's premier players. And and from there went to. I ended up getting married, and then we went to university, and we opened up a 14 chair, actually 19 chair barber shop, Arlo's barber shop. It was on university, and we opened that barber shop up with the idea of establishing a barber school on the other side, so we could train and we could place barbers. And in 2008, we opened up. We started Washington Barber College. Washington Barber College in 2010 became an accredited institution and certified by the Department of Education in 2011, and we offering Pell Grants and student loans. While we was doing Pell Grants and student loans, of course, in order to get a student loan, you have to be low or moderate income. And so what we did was we we started uh,
Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz customer assistant.
we started provide we had to provide financial education because most folks coming out of these neighborhoods and communities don't have, or we didn't learn financial education. We didn't have, and then when you think about the wealth gap and generational poverty, and we grew up in the South End, East End, and projects, and we didn't think about financial education, or have no rich uncle that we could go and get money that would pay for school or pay for things that nature. So we had to do what we had to do until we could do better. Long story short, we started providing, and during that time we would provide gas, food, shelter, um, all these things that the students that were trying to get into the field, the wraparound services that they needed to help them to finish the program, we would provide. And so my staff and I, one particular administrator I had, we decided, we need to become, uh, we need to get some help from the government, help us to be able to provide these, additional funding to those that needed it. Seems like I'm getting a bad connection. I'm breaking up some kind of way. But can you hear me? Okay. All right. So in 2016, uh, we began to provide loans to the community. In 2009, Arkansas became a credit desert, and payday lenders were ran out of the state. So in 2009, there was 234 brick and mortar payday lenders operating in the state of Arkansas. And payday lenders allow people to access credit that a traditional bank won't allow, because of a low credit score, because of no collateral. So they could always go to a payday lender. Where in 2009, Arkansas ended that. And 234 brick and mortar payday lenders left, and by the end of 2009, it was zero. Well, we didn't know this was going on. And so we started to get customers in the community coming and asking to borrow money. So we started making them loans, short-term loans. Short-term loans, we started making them. In 20, can you hear me? I'm not sure if you hear me. Okay. In 2018, the Winthrop Rockefeller Foundation uh, took interest in what we were doing and provided us with a grant, a technical assistance grant. And we invested that grant into technology. that would allow us to make loans online. And we began to make loans to make in volume at at a high volume because and so when the pandemic hit, we was already in place to be able to move money, and that's what we did. We provided 900 loans during the pandemic.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, 900 loans during the pandemic when everything was shut down. We were still moving money, and so then we ended up getting a an award from the Treasury to support our work, and we began to increase our loan volume to the point to where uh, last year we've loaned out over $5 million to over 250
That's man.
to over 250 small businesses.
Mm.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear me?
You can hear me
Uh,
now.
okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sorry about that. To over 250 small businesses and over 250 or more. I'm gonna say because we ended up with over 500 loans, but that was to individuals as well as to small businesses.
Yeah.
And so we have become and with that we now have been offering rental assistance to keep people from being homeless, and also those that were homeless able to get them rapidly rehoused. And so we just been a critical resource for the community, especially the black community that has been underserved, experiencing generational poverty. And when you think about all of that, you think about the wealth gap in America and how the average white um, household has, you know, 17, dollars to the average black household having $1. I mean, if you just to think about how wide the gap is, or say 15,000 annually, and then the average white household $100,000 annually. So that gap is so wide, and that's why we do what we do. We are a community development financial institution, or you might hear the term called a CDFI. And the CDFIs were created because of the it's 1994 Rigel Community Development Act of 1994. President Bill Clinton and Al Gore established the CDFI fund within the Department of Treasury. And this has been the best kept secret. There's not a whole lot of uh, communities, low and moderate income communities that even know about the CDFI fund. And so we are the only African American founded in CDFI in the state. So we have a unique position. We're in a unique position right now, and we are continuing the work. So the best is yet to come. Um, that gives a little context about who I am, what I've done, and everything like that. And I'm open for any questions.
Let me ask you this: what made you want to be a major like
Can you turn your mic up a little bit for me?
What made you want to be like a major impact man in the Little Rock community, man? Like the hood, cause like a lot of hood niggas know you, bro. Like a lot of hood niggas came through your school and shit, and like you didn't try to help a lot of hood niggas, man.
Yeah.
What made you try to change their mind state of thinking?
Well, I'm from the hood. Some good can come out the hood. And I'm always looking at people's situation, people's circumstances, and where they grew up. What was the circumstance? It's always, you can't judge a book by the cover. You gotta know where somebody coming from. And so I've always tried to relate, being from the community, being a barber, and dealing with so many people from all walks of life, at a young age. I say the barbershop raised me. You know, the barbershop really made me a man. It really put me in the midst of people from the guttermost to the uttermost. So and being in business, learning how to handle different personalities and people, that was just all a setup for when we started Washington Barber College and dealing with all these people that you're referring to. You know, it made it easier to deal with them because we don't judge people. You know, we don't judge people. We accept them for who they are, and we meet them where they are.
Yeah. Let me ask you this too, Coach. This is gonna be a heavy question now, cause like I represent this fatherhood mafia. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I know you're a good daddy, but man, how did you handle losing your daughter? Because you know I lost my daughter mom too. You know what I mean? My baby mama was the first murder of 21. You know what I mean? So
I'm sorry to hear that.
How did you cope with that, man? Like when you lost your daughter mom, man.
Man, that was one of the hardest things I had ever experienced. You know, is having to tell my daughter that, you know, her mom had passed away. Man, you hit a chord. That was, you know, my mother passed away. My mother, yeah, that was tough. My mother passed away when I was 17, 2 weeks before I graduated high school. And I was extremely close to my mother, man. And so what I done was I had to have a talk with my daughter, and I had to explain to her, you know, that, you know, about life, about death, and then about how her mommy was now with my mommy, if that makes sense. You know, and it gave her a sense of comfort, and it gave me comfort. You know, and I mean, another thing was, you know, I treated my daughter's mother with love and respect, and, you know, the utmost respect while she was living. You know, we didn't have a bad relationship, so we know we were both great co-parents, and so you know, my daughter was able to feel that same love, although physically her mother wasn't there. You know, but that was one of the hardest things I ever went through in my life. You know, somebody that close, you know, and in that position to pass away. You know, and I often think about it. You know, just the other night. You know, and she's off in college now. She was 7 years old when her mother passed, and now, you know, we look back and her mother made a lot of videos. So we go back and watch these videos, and they, you know, it was kind of hard for me to even watch the videos, man. You know what I mean? But you know, I explained to her that that's how life is, and you know, this ain't our home. We just passing through. So inspire before you expire, and love, you know, and give and enjoy. Was that saying, eat, drink, and be merry? Yeah.
What's your next big move, man?
Man, you know what? We're doing a project on 12th Street, which is in the 12th Street core, Central High School neighborhood, and that community has been disinvested, underinvested, and has lacked opportunity to be able to gain access to the financial system, and you can see it with the huge housing need that's over there. There are so many boarded up houses and vacant lots and commercial properties that are just falling apart, and there's no banks in that community. And so if there's no brick and mortar financial institutions or places, resource centers, where people can get personal development, people can get financial education, and they can get technical assistance with their small businesses. If there's no place where they can onboard that they feel comfortable, then they continue to decline. And so we're putting a financial center on 12th Street. And that financial center will have a space where we'll be able to, on one side it'll be a development, like a development space where people will be able to come in and get personal development. So like dealing with the loss of a parent, or dealing with you want to start up your own small business, then we can provide technical assistance to help you to do that. Dealing with financial education, we can provide financial education workshops and seminars. So we'll be having workshops and seminars and conferences to educate and the people in that community so that they start to feel better about where they live. And then what we'll do on the other side, we'll have the loans that we'll provide and other opportunities for funding. So it'll be a financial center. So it'll be a financial center on 12th Street.
You see that question right there on the screen?
Let me see if I can blow this up. Okay. What are some of the toughest challenges you will face while starting up your business?
He in Atlanta.
He in Atlanta. Okay. So some of the toughest challenges that you'll face when starting your businesses is access to capital and access to enough capital. Because when I first started my business, I didn't have good credit. I didn't have any collateral. All I had was a burning desire to be successful. And so some of the challenges that you could face if you don't have credit, you don't have collateral, would be access to capital to help you to start that business. Now, outside of access to capital, there's also technical assistance. Where do I get my articles of incorporation? How do I get a business license? What are my business formation documents? Because when you go to the bank to try and get a loan, you have to have business formation documents, which is, of course, identification, a tax ID number, federal tax ID number, articles of incorporation with the state, and a business checking account. Those are the things that you have to have in place when starting up a business in order to be able to qualify for a loan from a bank. So if you don't have that, then that can create challenges and obstacles on how do I get this? How do I get a federal tax ID number? Where do I start? And there's so many sites out there that'll charge you $250 for a federal tax ID numbers when you can go right to irs.gov and apply for a federal tax ID number for free. Another thing you want to be mindful of when you're starting up a business is the name that you choose for your business. Because if you go on Google and you type in the name that you're thinking that you want to call your business, and you see that there's 50 other people out there with that same name, and you've already gotten everything going under that name, then now that's going to be a challenge, because you're going to have to tweak your business name in order to be able to create your website, and you got to get on the web. You're a small business, you need to be on the internet. You need to have people need to be able to access your business at a www.something. And a lot of people have Facebook and Instagram and other platforms that they have their business page on, and that's cool. But you need some form of or place and space that tell people about you and your business.
That's deep. Man, I'm gonna have to come like up there, man. You be at the school?
You know what? I'm at the school, and then I don't know if I mentioned this, but we have a bank facility that we operate out of in North Little Rock off of Broadway. And the reason why we chose a bank facility is because we are a financial institution. We don't have enough black financial institutions in Arkansas, in Atlanta, in Texas, in the Carolinas, in Florida. We don't have enough black financial institutions. So I'm trying to encourage as many brothers and sisters as I can that are African American to get into financial services. Listen, my background is a barber. I didn't get no 4-year college education. Okay? I didn't, I, I don't have a financial background. I'm a businessman, a small business owner that saw a need that'll help my community. And we walked on water, or we walked by faith. You know, it's a faith walk. And God lead us and guide us into all truth.
That's deep. Man, hey man, like, Coach, you don't know, man. You changed my life, bro, in so many damn ways, man. Like, it's crazy.
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
I'm proud of you.
Like, man, I go to my shop every day, but some way I got to pass the school. You feel me?
Yeah.
And bro, I just be like, damn. You know what I mean? And then, bro, like, even when I was sick, Coach, man, you could have kicked me out of school, anything. You know what I mean? Man, you stayed right there. You stood right there by my wife, man, and anything she needed, bro. You was right there for me. You feel me? And I ain't gonna take. I'm gonna give you roses while you breathing and can smile about it. But bro, like when you told me to open that barbershop, you was like, Corey, look, man, you got a lot of people coming up here requesting you to cut you. You know what I mean? You need to open up a shop.
Yeah.
And bro, I worked on that.
Mm-hmm.
I went off of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, my shop been open for 8 years.
Man,
And
I'm
then-
so proud of
and
you,
then
man.
When the pandemic came,
Yeah.
I came right to you. You feel me?
Yes.
Hey, no problem. Bless you. You feel me?
Amen. Amen.
And bro, like, I don't know what to say, like, but thank you, bro. Like, for real.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know what? And to God be the glory. I appreciate that, man. And thank you for sharing it. Every time I see, you know, I have Facebook, and you know, I can do a lot of stuff, but all of these different platforms. You know, I'm 44 years old, and you know, I know what I know. Let me say that. But when I'm scrolling on my timeline on Facebook, and I see you in the shop, man, you don't know, but you've encouraged me. You understand? To know what you have been, what you've been through. You know, the challenges and obstacles that you faced, and to see you still standing, brother. Man, that's powerful. So we don't know who watching. We don't know who we touching when they see.
Yeah.
So keep going, man. Keep going.
Like, man, I'm talking about, bro, like, and see, like, you might not remember, I used to walk, man, when I first got my first crib, I used to walk down John Barrow, 36, and walk up to there and used to cut my hair, bro, before all that. When
You did what?
In the shop, right up the hill. I'm talking about I used to walk down didn't have a car, but bro, you used to cut my hair.
Yeah, sure did. I remember, man.
And man,
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I don't know, man, it's just something about you, bro. You got a vibe and a presence around you, and man, like everything you just give to a person, if they reach it and take it in, bro, they can go a long way with it. A long way with it.
You know, and that's that. Thank you for sharing that, man. That inspire before you expire.
Yeah.
That, when we had the right intentions, man, and we got goodwill toward men, toward our brothers and our sisters, we got goodwill toward each other. That energy, man. You know what I'm saying? That energy. You know, that energy, the spirit, man. I'm telling you, it resonates with those that are looking.
Yeah.
Those that are watching. You know, people see our good works,
Yeah.
and that's where they're motivated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's when we because a lot of people look at starting a business, man, or perseverance. You know, you got to persevere. If you can take it, you can make it.
Yeah.
So when I see you, man, I'm like, hey, man, I got to keep pushing. We ain't through yet. We can't get tired yet. It's so much need to be done, and so much work need to be done, and we so far behind the eight ball in our communities until we got to be in position, man, to be able to help the next generation.
Yeah. Yeah, if
You know,
anybody
your
wanna get
kids,
a
my
link,
kids.
ask him a
What's gonna
question or
happen if
something,
we
y'all
ain't,
get that link.
if we don't get in position so that they'll be able to have something to see and grasp that will help, you know, them to keep going.
Do you ever, like, what you do when you get tired, Coach? What make you, like, what give you that motivation? Like, I know you be tired, bro, because you do a lot.
Man, somebody asked me that same question just the other night, and
Hit
it's
that
my
link, Humble
passion.
King.
Huh?
I was telling Humble King to hit the link. He wanted to ask you something. Go ahead.
Okay,
Coach.
okay. Let me see. Was the support? He said, was the support there for you within the community when you first launched your business? That's a good question. Now you know it'd be you know, you got those that support, and then you have those that tend to hate. You know, there's a saying in our community that you know, there's a crab in the barrel mentality, and we deal with all of it being in business. So, and you have to, you know, that's why I say if you can take it, you can make it. So no, I didn't have, I had the support of the people that was already supporting me, but it was up to me to win the ones that wasn't supporting through love and through kindness. I know you may not like to see what's going on, but maybe we help your mama. Maybe we help your sister. Maybe we help your cousin. You know, so when people are included, we got to include them. They need to feel included. You know, everybody ain't gonna like what you're doing all the time, but you have to stay motivated. And if you stay motivated, that same energy will change the mindset of the onlookers. So my thing is, I always try to be, you know, at peace with folks. Although I've had people to talk about me, I've had people to lie on me, I've had people to, you know, wish bad things on me. But guess what? I stay under the blood, so I stay covered under the blood, man. And the world can't do me no harm. So, you know, that's my mentality. You know, and everybody that I meet, I try to treat them with love and respect. So I give love in hopes of getting love back.
Coach, how do it feel to be financially freedom, man? Like, how do that feel?
Oh man. After I grew up generational poverty, so I know what it feel like to be poor. I know what that feel like. Like to where if I think about it and talk about it too long, tears will come to my eyes. See, so I always try to remember where I came from, and I look at money. Money is a tool, and money is a tool, and it's to be used to pay your bills, to feed your family. You know, I mean, it's a tool. So I try not to get caught up in that part of it, so that I don't lose myself. But it feel good to pay your bills. It feel good to not have to be thinking about how you gonna feed your family, or you got to go out and do something, you know, that may jeopardize your future or jeopardize your freedom, or, you know, even take your life. You know, you don't have to take no chances. You know, so it's a good feeling. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. But you know what? You want others to feel that. So that, you know, they say it ain't no fun if your homie can't have none. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that's a, you know, you don't want to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could have all this stuff, but if everybody around you suffering and hurting and then you don't feel so good about it. So, you know, I mean, and some people might. That's just not how that's not the cloth I was cut from. You know, I'm all about inclusion. You know, if I'm financially free, I want you to be financially free. So we can
What's the
so we
biggest
can
amount of loan a person can get from you? You chopping up.
So that's like
You chopping.
a home, a deed, or
You chopping up, Cope. Yeah, you chopping up. You froze up too. But yeah, man,
okay, let me see.
I can hear you. I can hear you. You gonna have to hit the link. Hit that link back. But yeah, man, like, dude worked hard, man. Like, for real. Like, he grind. He grind, man. That's why I be like, man, as long as you put your mind to it, man, and push yourself, the advice not connected. They will need to connect their mic before their mic.
All right, am I back on?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, but yeah, so you asked me a question before I froze up.
Like I was asking. Okay, there go one right there. There go one
Okay,
right
the
there.
question? It says, was there anyone close to you in the beginning phases trying to talk you away from your dreams? Of course. And if so, how are they towards you now? Oh man, they a believer now. You know, they don't. You gonna always have negativity. You gonna always have people that say, "Oh, you can't do that." You know, I had people tell me. I told people in barber school, I'm gonna have my own barber shop. And
I think because you sitting in your garage or your car.
the barber shop.
It froze up again, Coach. Look here, Coach. There you go. I
Yeah,
see you now.
yeah. You gonna always have people, man, that
I ain't gonna hold you too much longer either, Coach. You know what I mean?
it's always gonna be some negative around your dream.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta believe in your dream. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's freezing up a little bit, but I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So it says, and if so, how are towards you now? You know, I I don't focus on the obstacles. I don't focus on the obstacles. I think I I look at my goal and I keep.
It's chopping up. It's freezing up, Coach.
Okay.
It might be because
Okay.
you're sitting in the car, in that bin, baby. You sitting in that bin.
Let me step out right quick and see what's up. I don't think that
Ain't gonna hold you too much longer.
that might. Oh, yeah, out there. I don't know if it's my internet connection because I'm on my cell phone.
There you go. That's an iPhone. Yeah, that's an iPhone.
Okay. Yeah.
Coach, like, what's the biggest
You know,
amount of
sometime
loans?
if you got your phone and it has its own data and then you internet.
Like, I can't hear you now.
You say what now?
Take them earphones off. Take them earphones
Can you hear me?
off. You hear me, Coach?
Let me turn them off. Okay, what about that?
Yeah, talk without them. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There
All
you
right.
go. All right. There you go. Like, what's the biggest amount of loans?
So yeah, you know, you're gonna always
Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay, so the biggest amount of loans, I mean, it just depends on what it is that you want to do. We've done loans up to $250,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't
we've
get
done
much
loans
out.
for what's that?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Watson. I want to open up a little grocery store, man, in Complex. Like,
Okay.
they can't get gas, they can't get no food. They don't got no store in their little town, bro.
And where is it again?
Complex, right by Brent.
Cotton plant.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, we
that's
done
my
did.
mom and dad hometown. Yeah.
Yeah, we done did stuff in Dumas. We done did stuff in other places. So the thing to do is you think about when say you want to start a grocery store up, then what I always encourage people to do is, if you're gonna go find a facility, and let's build out a budget so we can see exactly what it is that it's gonna take to start up this business. And when you think about grocery stores, you gotta think about how big of a grocery store you want to do. You gotta think if you just want to do like a neighborhood grocery store, a lot of the grocery stores look at if it's not because food a lot of times go bad if it sit too long. So you have to look at that, the sustainability, it being sustainable, because and if you have that you take for example on 12th Street, there's a big facility that used to be a grocery store that is no longer a grocery store. That facility is too big to me to be in that. It needs to be that maybe they could chop that up and have like a fresh food market, something on a smaller scale that could be sustainable, if that makes sense. Yeah, something like that. But I would definitely look at location, and then look at like you said, there's nothing there for them to be able to gain access to healthy foods. So what you're talking about is a healthy food initiative. You want to provide some healthy food, you want to provide some jobs. So my thing is, you got to find a location, and then look at what the cost is going to be to start that operation, startup costs. So then you can come and say, well, I need $50,000 to start this business.
And I know you can make it happen. But man, like, bro, you like a legend. You know what I mean, Coach? You like a legend around here, man. For real, man. Like, you got so much brain, man. Like, and knowledge. Like, man, dude got so much game. And I'm talking about, man. And then, like, if you in the same presence of him, bro, you will feel like a vibe or something off this man. You know what I mean? If you in the presence of him, if you in the presence of him,
back.
you will feel like his nobleness and his honesty and his, you know what I mean, like his heart. You know what I mean? But you got to be
Okay,
in
it
the presence.
says is a big.
Come on up, hold on, let me drop the link. Like, hey, Coach,
Okay.
he finna
Can you hear me?
up. Yeah, I can hear you. This guy finna come up.
Okay, nephew, can I come to the panel and speak? Keeping it plain. Okay.
Yeah, I'm finna drop the link, dog. Hold on.
Almost.
He got a box truck company. Like.
Okay, Corey?
Yeah. Come on up, Uncle Kip.
I can't hear you.
Can't
hear you.
I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Let me see here.
Hit the link, Uncle Kip.
Okay, I guess you're going through that. Let's see here.
What's up, Uncle
There we
Kip,
go.
man?
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Hello. Good evening, Mr. Washington.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm well, sir. Thanks for asking. Hey, I got a question here. I was listening to your intro and kind of fading out a little bit on a few things when you were introducing yourself. I want to ask, what was your startup when you started that the loan company? I know you say you started it up online and you got you received a grant, or what was that you say you received?
Okay, so here's the way we started up. So in order to create a track record of lending, I had to make loans.
Okay.
So I would take money out of my pocket every month, and I would loan out a certain amount, up to $1,000 a month is what I would loan out of my pocket. And I'd loan that out in increments of $250. At a 5% interest with 6-month terms. Of course, that wasn't sustainable, but what I was doing, and it wasn't profitable. But what I would do is I did that consistently for 12 months. And then what I did was I applied to become a CDFI. And once I became a community development financial institution, then I had to work on my business model and make the loans profitable, sustainable, and scalable. So the only way that we could do it was we had to be able to do it in volume, and then we had to be able to have a platform that made the onboarding process for an application easy. And that's how we were able to, and then so that same concept, I put together a grant. I wrote a grant and submitted it to a foundation to support technology that would allow us to do just that. And we got the grant, and we invest in technology, and the rest was history.
That's great. It's great. Well, I thought I heard you correctly, but I wanted you to go back over that and share that again with the audience, because a lot of people thinking, mostly our people thinking like going and receive things from the government, which is our government, because you pay into that, which by being a taxpayer,
right?
It's like that is a sin for you to go and get anything from your government, to ask for things from your government. I wanted you to explain that and go into details with that again. So
now I just gave you the blueprint.
Yes. So so people can so our people can get an understanding of, so they can stop thinking like going to your government is a bad thing.
Well, there's a lot of government programs out there that are for the community, but because we don't have a seat at the table and we're not in the room, we don't know about it.
That's true.
And a lot of the representation that we have that are in the room, that got a seat at the table, are not being a voice. And so we have to understand that the government has programs that are for underserved communities.
Facts.
And the Community Development Financial Institution Fund, thanks to President Bill Clinton and Al Gore in 1994, and thanks to the Civil Rights Act of 1977, the year I was born, we have this program available. We are a non-regulated financial institution. You have traditional financial institutions that are regulated, and you wonder why loans can't be made. You wonder why people can't access credit and capital, and it's because the banks have strict regulations that says that if you don't have this certain credit score, you can't qualify for a loan.
Yes.
So, or if you don't have a certain amount of collateral, you can't qualify for a loan. You can't access capital. But you need to access capital to start a business. You need to access capital to buy a house. You need to access capital to take, for any endeavor that you want to do. You need capital. We need capital. And so education is the key, but along with education, we need some money.
Facts. I agree with that.
Now, when we think about, we can holler and scream all day long, we need money, we need money, we need money. But if we don't have a plan, then what you gonna do with the money?
Of course, just like flushing it down the toilet.
Right. There's only so many Bentleys you can buy. It's only so many houses you can buy. It's only so many times you can take pictures flashing with money on you, like it's a telephone.
Yeah, right.
But that's not, I mean, I understand the entertainment industry. I do. I cut out. I blinked.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah. So, but we need to be really thinking about building assets and creating wealth.
Yes.
That's what we need to be thinking about, because if the government has these programs out there, then we need to know where these programs are and how can we access.
Facts.
Okay. And the CDFI fund, if you go to cdfifund.gov and read up on what a CDFI is, then you will be able to understand these institutions are in local communities, but the people that they're there to serve don't even know that they exist.
Absolutely.
And ain't nobody going out knocking on nobody's door saying, hey, we got some money to give you. So it's like, if you don't, now CDFIs has been around since 1994. But in 2008, we had a financial crisis. And low and moderate income communities are the ones that often get excluded and left out of recovery and rebuilding efforts and opportunities. So it's important now. And right now, we at a real critical time. Most people don't even know what's going on. But right now, we are at a critical, pivotal moment in time. And if we don't grasp this knowledge and be a part of the financial system, we're gonna be left out.
Yes.
And history is gonna repeat itself.
Yep. Yeah,
so
I agree.
I appreciate the Slater show for this platform that so many people need to be watching, because it's, this is what we have to do. And here's the thing: we talk about racism, and we know systemic racism
exists.
It does exist, but we can't stay on that.
Facts. That's my whole thing. That's the one thing that I preach more than anything, Mr. Washington. We have to move away from that, and we got to understand that we share spaces with all these people that's on this earth, and we got to learn how to share space and keep it moving and progress at the same time.
That's right. Because opportunity is there, but you got to take action. How do you take action? We take action by utilizing our resources, talking to one another, sharing information, and then putting that information to work. Taking that information and applying it.
Yes.
When we talk about, you asked me a question about, well, where'd you get the funding from to start this? I had people tell me, man, why are you making loans to people? You need to stop that. Why are you doing that?
I know it. Your own people.
People to tell me that, and I ain't gonna lie to you. It got hard. because sometimes I was making loans and I had bills I had to pay myself.
Correct.
But you know what? I thought about the end result. I began this with the end in mind. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna embrace this journey.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna walk on water and by faith. And I believe that if my heart and my mind in the right place, then God gonna do the rest. And he did. And he did. So that's why we are now. We grown from the $10,000 in assets that we had at the time when I started to now about 70 million in assets.
That's great, man. That's phenomenal.
So we went from $250 loans to loans up to $250,000.
$250,000. It's all right.
We did 50 million in PPP loans to 2,600 small businesses nationwide, from the East Coast to the West Coast. So, and in between, and I'm not saying all that. I'm just sharing what can happen when you believe in your goal and your dream.
Yeah, I heard you, brother. All you talked about was action. You didn't make no excuses up. All you talked about was action. You just rolling out an action plan, getting up, doing what you had to do. And
that's right.
That's one thing that I'm big on myself, and that's taking action and not making no excuses up. So I always try to take on more than what you can handle, because you never know. You may be able to handle that. You grow behind that, you know?
That's right. That's right.
That's more my motto there.
No, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Hey, I'm gonna let you run, Mr. Washington. I know some other people may want to come up.
What's your name?
Well, you know, I will let Corey tell you that. I'll let Corey tell you that. Things are so crazy, but same here, Mr. Washington. We'll talk later. I'm quite sure we'll meet each other down the road.
All right.
All right, brother. Stay up now.
You do the same.
That's Uncle Kill, man. That's Uncle Kill, man. That's my internet uncle, man. He an entrepreneur himself, man. He a good dude, and like he got some game. You know what I mean? Like I be trying to be around people that got game, man. That don't learn something from. You feel me?
That's right.
Coach,
that's right.
Man, it was an honor, bro. Like for you to jump on here, man. I really thought you was gonna be like on TV, because I know you do a lot of stuff, but I also know how real you is. You know what I mean? That's why I asked. You know what I mean? But
man, it's an honor to be on the show.
And man, I want to see, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was on here, like in tour with a nigga, coach, it'll be 100 people watching us. You know what I mean? But I didn't jump on the internet for that. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm back on track. Right. And bro, that's why I'm talking to positive people like you.
Yeah.
I ain't finna deal with that, bro. Like, I'm trying to give out game and help people.
Right.
Doing, bro.
And that's awesome, man. I mean, that's what you call using your platform the right way. Because if we're not sharing knowledge, if we're not sharing information at this stage of life, then we fooling ourselves.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna give you contact information to some bigger YouTubers that I be hollering at. You
okay.
I'm gonna let them get at you. But coach, man, like, it was an honor, bro, and a privilege for you to step up here and talk to me, bro.
Likewise, man. Thanks for having me, and let me know, man, if you want me to get back on again, I'd love to share.
Part 2 coming.
Already. Take care.
Some of these fatherhood sweaters and beanies too.
Hey,
man.
You know what? I was just saying, I need a green because I used to be black before I turned green. All right.
Got you, bro.
All right, brother.
I told you, like, man, hey, it's been a wonderful day. It's been a wonderful day, man. Like, Humble King, you wanna hit that link, man? Like, bro, like my nephew got signed 250,000. You know what I mean? 250,000. Then 6 months, get a chance on a meal. Get a chance to put his hand on a meal. You know what I mean? You can hit that link, bro, if you want to. But, man, And just to think, bro, like, I started him off. You feel me? I started him off into music. And like the guy, Mr. Washington, man, he started me to cutting hair. He the one made me open up his thought, his mouth, his words telling me to do that. What led to A-Stay Fade. You know what I mean? But I always had the drive to be something, to help people, like be known, like give game, man, like and positive vibes. That's me. I'm around positive people, you feel me? That do positive things. Next Sunday I'm gonna get my boy up here who got his own black owned barbecue sauce company, seasoning salt, hot wing sauce, in grocery stores. You know what I mean? But man, all we got to do is believe in ourselves. If we believe in ourselves, man, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Watch how Fatherhood Mafia show you. Sky's the limit. I'm telling you now. Sky's the limit, man. You heard what he told me what I need to do? Hey. You told me, hey. You heard what he told me what I need to do, so watch how I work on it. And watch how he play a role.
Hold on, let me see something, man. Hold on. I hope these earphones work.
I can hear you good right now. But man, he's so powerful in life.
Hold on.
Man, if you around Mr. Washington every day, like, man, this dude drive the best kind of car. His house is off the motherfucking chisel. You know what I mean? And like you said, he a hood. This nigga hood. I ain't gonna call him nigga. This black, I ain't gonna call him nigga. But this black man
earphones
hood.
don't even work.
You feel me? He's from the hood.
Yeah, these earphones don't work. I have to wait till I get home. I'm at 14% anyway. What's up, bro?
Huh?
I say, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
See, I wish I had my earphones with me, my headphones or whatever. I can't hear you.
Put your speakerphone on.
I can't do that.
You can't?
You can't do that when you can't do that when you're on screen, yo.
You know, I don't know shit.
Hey, but look, man, listen, this live stream right here was hands down like the best live stream I have heard and sat and watched from A to Z in a long time, bro. I can't even remember. It had to be Sinetta or something the last time I really sat and listened to a whole live stream.
Hey, look like I'm gonna be getting me a house down there in the A, man.
Yeah, man, come on with it.
Shit, I'm on my way.
Yeah, I heard. So yeah, he gonna come down here because you say he messed with QC too, right?
Yeah, you know he coming to Atlanta. He with Empire though.
Oh, he with Empire. Like I say, Dolph. Like I said, they had a thing for Dolph yesterday here. This was like his second home. Dolph used to be here a lot too, but I mean, I don't know. You know, he might be in Memphis.
Nah, he ain't fucking with Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis guy. Yeah, they wild in Memphis.
Yeah, man, but hey, King, I'm telling you, bro, we finna be doing some big thing, man.
Oh, nah, yeah, you know, we're gonna speak that into existence. That's all. Ain't you know, you can't stop a falling tree. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, hey, man, you know, it's gonna manifest. You know, you gotta believe. You gotta speak it to exist. You gotta believe it, and you gotta go after it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking him the questions I was asking, and you know, he a cool brother. He a cool guy. You know, I liked everything he was talking about.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna try to plug him in at least every other Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stick to this, brother. Like I told you on the phone, this the way right here. This type of content is the way. Stick to this.
That's what it is, man. I told you that's my word, big bro.
What you say now?
I told you, big bro, that's my word. I'm gonna keep my word to you, dog.
Yeah, stick to this, brother. This right here was a very. Hey, look, man, you see how entertaining. I mean, you got to be mentally somewhere. You see how intriguing, how entertaining it was. I mean, due to the technical difficulty with the in and out with the audio or whatever. But other than that, the dialogue, the build up, the conversation, it's a grown folks conversation.
That's what we is.
Damn, I wish I could hear you, man.
That's what we is. That's what we. I can hear you.
Huh?
I say that's what we is. That's what we is. We grown men, man. So we got to start carrying ourselves like that, man.
Yeah, I can dig that, man. I can dig that. Shout out to that brother. I need you to give me more of his information. I'd like to learn a little bit more, pick his brain a little bit more. Give him my information. I need people like y'all around, man. Like that. Like Mr. Washington. Keeping it plain. And Keeping It Playing had a real good bill on the phone not too long ago.
Yeah.
Business.
I told you, Humble King, man, like I get a vibe off you, bro. I don't fuck with motherfuckers I don't get no vibe from, bro. Like, and bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's in you. It's in you, my dog. I'm telling you, I know it is, man. Whatever you want to put your mind to, bro. If it's that thing you was talking about, that's gonna happen, man.
Just like, you put your mind to it that you're going to make get your barbershop. Look what you got. Voila. Food truck. Voila. Pressing the clothing stuff. Voila. So, it's there. God show you it's there. It's there. The drive in you, the go getter, it's there. You know what I'm saying? It's there. You just got to apply it. You got to not be distracted. Try not to get too distracted. I mean, because, you have your days or whatever, but try to just stay focused and keep that going, man. Keep that same energy.
That's what it's going to be, man. All 2022, man.
I can't even hear you, man. I can't hear you. I don't have a headphone, man. So I'm just really talking. I don't even know what you're saying. I can't even hear you. I'm putting the phone to my ear, but for some reason, I done dropped this phone so many times, I guess. When I'm on StreamYard this way, I can't hear when, like I hear the conversation y'all two was having, but when I log on, I can't hear.
Yeah. But
notice not no Android.
Next Sunday we're gonna have the black barbecue sauce and seasoning man. You know what I mean? We're gonna have them come up. You know what I mean? Talk to the crowd, man. Like, man, we can make money. We can make money a million ways, long as we leave the bullshit out. We can make money a million ways. Man, I know a million people. I know a million ways you can get money. You can think of a million ways. But it's the effort and the drive you got to have. You got to have that in you. Man, my nephew got a drive. We've been having a drive since watching me. He used to watch me rap in the closet. You know what I mean? Literally. He used to watch his uncle rap in the closet. I'd be like this. I'd be smoking weed and drinking the shit. My partner be drinking the shit. I'd be smoking weed. You know what I mean? Everybody drinking and shit. And man, he was like, Unc, I want to do that. You know what I mean? Hey, you can do it. You can do it, nephew. And look at him today. Got signed $250K. Then 6 months, you obligated to damn near $1 million if everything turned. You know what I mean? Man, that's a blessing on top of blessing. You know what I mean? We winning all day long. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, but yeah. Fatherhood Mafia, man, another classic. I gotta take Culture Green with them all. I gotta make sure Mr. Washington have a green one with a matching sweater. You feel me? So he can be part of the Little Rock chapter. You feel me? So we can have that money behind us. You know what I mean? With these programs. And I'm talking about for real, man. I got a vision with this Fatherhood Mafia. On legit fatherhood. I'm talking about for black daddies, man, because we come with a lot of complications. You feel me? And if we all stick together, on fatherhood and help each other with it, man, we'll be straight. We taking our kids back from these streets, man. We taking our sons back from these motherfucking streets. We taking our sons back from these gangs. You know what I mean? Being drug addicts, we taking them back from the prison. That's what fatherhood mafia is. That's why that name's so hard. Cause I mean that. Like this a movement. A real black stand-up man. This a movement. This is a movement, like for real. And that's what it is. I promise you it's a movement. No more negative stuff coming from the fatherhood mafia or Corey. I guarantee you. None. So it's all about this green, like the color of this hat. You heard Coach, he said I used to be black, but the color green. You heard it come from that man, a millionaire, man. On paper. My nephew a millionaire on paper. So guess what? I got to carry myself like a hang around millionaire, nigga. And I'm still a hood nigga. You feel me? I'm still a hood nigga. Just like I told nephew. Just don't forget, I'm gonna be your enforcer. Cause you know why? I put a nigga in the ground for nephew. I ain't lying, nigga try to harm him at a show or whatever. I do that nigga bad. I'm talking about when nigga ask questions. You know why? Because I know he gonna take care of my kids. I know he gonna take care of my wife. You know what I mean? He gonna do that. So guess what? I'm gonna protect him by any means. Don't forget it. And I'm gonna say this, fatherhood mafia, man. We on the move. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank everybody for tuning in. Straight up.